We are going to take a closer look at position time graph. We are going to see what shapes it can have and can we predict some things straight from the shape. Can we relate a position time graph to how fast something is moving, how slow it is moving, or in other words, can we relate it to the speed with which an object may be covering those positions in time. Position time graph indicates the position of an object at different time. A velocity time graph indicates the velocity of the object at different time. So, both speed or velocity at an instant of time for an object can be inferred from position time graph. Let us look at some of these position time graphs. There is A, in which there is a straight line going up. In B, there is a line which is going down or has a negative slope, and C, interestingly, is a line parallel to the x axis, and graph D shows a curve with the curvature pointing upwards. This picture shows so many lines. AB is a straight line, then there is a curve, and there is yet another line which is broken in parts but is made up of straight lines. Let us see section by section what the position time graph can tell us. Look at AB. This straight line shows, and the steepness of this line shows, that the position is changing very fast. This is faster than the straight line section which is marked as C, or the straight line section which is marked from D to E. To understand it a bit more, let us see what is the meaning of the position time graph where it is parallel to the x axis or the time axis. The stationary segment here is basically showing that the position has not changed in this duration, and therefore, the object must be in one location only. One location as the time passes only means that the body must be stationary or at rest. Look at the curve. How do you interpret a curve on a position time graph? Various sections can be imagined on this line. The speed is increasing because the distance covered in known time intervals is increasing. This kind of a graph is for speed increasing graph, and therefore shows that the object is moving slow and then faster and faster. What about this last section? What does this imply? The line going towards the time axis, though straight, means that the position has changed by travelling equal distances in equal intervals of time, or as we call it, uniform motion, and the object must be coming back to the original position. From a straight line graph, position time graph, it is easy to predict the velocity because the slope is fixed all around, and therefore, you can say the slope of position time graph is going to give us the velocity, which would be the same at all the locations in that time interval. But if it is a curve, you cannot justify this. So, when you have a curve, then how does the position change and consequently the velocity to be interpreted from that? Let us take a look at this graph. Velocity at an instant is the slope of the tangent to the graph at that instant. Now, this tangent is going to continuously change. If you are seeing this graph carefully, the graph is facing upwards. It means that the curvature is such that its center of curvature must lie somewhere above this line. So, it would indicate that the slope at different locations as we move from P1 towards P2, let us say, is going to become more and more. So, the object must be covering lesser distance in different time, or you can say the velocity is changing So, the velocity is increasing as we go towards P2 from P1 because the slope is going to become more and more. Let us look at another graph which is showing position time graph for a car. So, if you have a car somewhere which is moving, we say that it accelerates first, then moves with a steady speed, and then it acquires a fixed velocity and moves, say, on a highway. It may slow down, it may change the value of speeds as it moves. This is just a graph as an example of a car. So, this is position time, and as you notice the time is changing very fast. So, in 4 seconds you have barely covered any distance, and as you go along and move to say 18 seconds, the distance travelled is some 200 odd meters. The corresponding velocity time graph for the same car will look something like this. The velocity is in meters per second on the y axis and the time is placed in seconds. So, notice how fast the velocity has changed. In the duration of 0 to 4, it has hardly acquired some value, but then it shot up to 10 seconds and this value became almost 25 meters per second. And then for some time the car moved with the constant speed. This constant speed is indicated from the position time graph as a straight line, and therefore, here the horizontal line parallel to the x axis shows that the speed was constant. So, the velocity being constant or speed being constant in motion in one dimension can be said in a way and accepted because the direction is not changing. So, velocity of the car is constant, and what happens after that? It suddenly becomes low and becomes 0. That means the car must have stopped. Did it indicate on our graph of the position time graph? Let us see them together. The position time graph and just below it is the velocity time graph, and the timings are matching, and you can see that the position of the object becoming the same for certain duration. That means the car must have slowed down and then it must have stopped. Now, the curve, the position time graph, if you divide it into 3 sections, one when there was a straight line part, and second when there were curves. The curves appeared first in say 0 to 8 seconds, which were having a curvature in such a way that the center of curvature would lie above this line, and in this portion where it is stopping, the curvature is such that the center of curvature would lie below the line. Take a close look at that. So, the straight portion and the curved lines are shown by the arrows. So, the straight line is the central part on the position time graph and the curved lines are shown. Another way of looking at it is that if you consider the slope of the line in the portion from 4 to 8 seconds, let us say, the slope of the tangent is going on increasing, and if you considered it from 16 to 18 seconds, you are finding that the slope of the tangent is going on decreasing. So, that is another way of looking at the position time graph in terms of the slope at different positions on it. Slope increasing and slope decreasing on the curved line are indicative of the velocity becoming more or velocity becoming less. So, at a glance from a position time graph, you can predict whether the object is moving with constant velocity or with increasing velocity or with decreasing velocity, as we considered for the car. We drew the graph for the car, position time graph, and consequently also drew the velocity time graph for the same car and matched the two to show how this was possible to see at a glance. Now, the slope of the graph is given at a point as x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1. So, the velocity that we describe as the rate of change of position becomes delta x, the change in position, upon delta t, the change in time. At an instant for a continuously changing value of position with time, you say instantaneous velocity is given as limit of delta t tending towards 0 of delta x upon delta t. Now, notice delta t tending towards 0 does not mean that the instantaneous value of velocity will become 0, because delta x may be any value in that short time interval. Why we are taking the time interval as small? Because we want to consider the velocity at an instant. At an instant, the object would not move at all, and therefore, this is just a notional description of talking about it. In the speedometers of our cars, we measure this instantaneous value of velocity. However, the measuring must be done over a certain short time interval. Consider the speed of light. Say, when you talk about speed of light, the delta x is so large in 1 second. So, you cannot say delta x tending towards 0 also means that the velocity is becoming 0. So, in integration or in terms of calculus, you can put this as dx by dt, which would say if you sum up all the various positions acquired by the body over a certain distance of displacement into very small sections, and then you were considering at a particular small interval of time how much is the displacement, this would give you the value for velocity. So, you have learned the position time graph and a velocity time graph, the meaning of position time graph and the meaning of velocity time graph, relation between position time and velocity time graph. If in a position time graph we have a straight line parallel to the time axis, it means the object must be stationary. If it is an inclined line, it may mean constantly increasing or constantly decreasing velocity. And importantly, a curved graph will show a non-uniform change in velocity. If the curve faces upwards, the velocity is increasing. If the curve faces downwards, the velocity is decreasing. So, you can use your position time graph to create a velocity time graph and use it for calculation or just to show the motion of objects around you.